Hi, I'm Fiddlin' Ray. Today I'm going to talk to you about some basic guitar techniques. This goes out to my friend Doug, who's been playing some chords and writing some songs, but he wants to dig in a little deeper. So today we're going to start with our right hand and how to even hold a pick. So we're going to just take your pick in our left hand or set it down for a minute. Take your right hand, open up your hand like so, stick them out in front of you, then just gently curl your fingers back, just like you're giving someone a thumbs up. And then what you'll do is you take the pick, you lay it down across like that, and then you lay your thumb down just so the thumb comes almost to the edge of the pick. You typically want a medium to heavy pick, because what we can do with medium or heavy pick is we can control the flex of the pick by how tightly we grip it. If you have a thin pick, it's always going to flex, and it's always going to flex no matter how you hold it or what you do, so you lose a lot of control that way. Once you have your pick hold, we're going to practice what are called rest strokes. So, just play on your E string. Now I'm not playing the A string above it, but I'm resting the pick there. That's why rest strokes. Once you get to the A string, go to the D. And then D to G. G to B. B to E. And then E to nothing. There's no string to rest there, but you still want to pretend there is. Just like if you were swinging a baseball bat, they tell you, about the follow through. This is the same concept. You want to make sure you have a nice follow through with your pick. And then once you get to the high E, go back down through all of them. Great thing to practice. I realize it seems kind of silly and simple, but your guitar is essentially, it's a wooden speaker, and just like any speaker, it's not going to make any sound without sufficient power. So once you get the hang of that, double up, so play two of each one. This is a great thing to do in the morning with a cup of coffee in one hand. Just sit there, relax. Back through. If you bump an extra string by accident, don't worry about it, just keep going. Like that. And this really is, a great programming exercise for our right hand. It tells us, it's really connecting the dots between our right hand and our brain, where each one of these strings actually is physically on the guitar. After you get the hang of that, we're going to dip over to our left hand. We're going to play what's called a chromatic scale. There's all kinds of scales you can learn, the cage system, arpeggios, 3 on a string, just hours and hours and hours of stuff to do. But I think the best place to start is just our basic chromatic scale, which means if you were to look at a piano, you just hit one key after another. All half steps. Back down. You can do the same thing that way, but we're not really learning. Again, we're interested in, I use the word real estate, but you can think of it, this is in first position of guitar, so meaning that first finger always gets the first fret. Second finger always gets the second. Third always gets the third. Fourth always gets the fourth. And when you go across all the strings, now you're teaching your brain and your hands to always be playing on the same string. It's very, very common, especially when you're first starting out, or if you're even just a little bit rusty. You'll be playing on one string up here and playing it on another string down here. So you're really connecting these two hands by doing this. So we're going to start open E. Notice I'm still practicing my rest strokes as I do this. You're going to take your first finger, and just like I said, first fret. And then, this is also a muscle building exercise, so don't worry about holding that note forever. Just get a nice clear tone and let up a little bit. And then let the pressure up. Notice I'm leaving both fingers down, so when I press my second finger, I'm pressing with both. And likewise, when I put my third finger down, 4. And then, that's open D, so I went 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next note is an open string. First fret, second fret, third fret, out of fret, so we go to the next string. Now we're on to G. When we get to the third fret of our G, we have to stop and think about how the guitar is tuned for a second. On all the other strings, the 5th fret of any string equals the same note as the next string. Until we get to the G string. The 4th string is that's a B note right there. If you go to the 5th string, that's obviously not the same note, and if you play the same pattern we have been playing, you're going to wind up playing the same note twice. So on the G string, you only go to the 3rd fret. And after that, the pattern continues as normal. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Open E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you feel like your hand's about to rip apart, just take a break. Let it hang to your side like gravity to stretch those muscles out. But, we went up the scale. A lot of people think, we're going across, but if you listen to the pitch of the notes we're playing, we're actually going up. And what goes up must come down. So when you're ready, we do all of that, but in reverse. Here's that B string. So once you hit the B string, remember, going back to the G string, we don't use the 4th fret. We're going straight to the 3rd. Again, this might seem silly and simple, but really this is a great exercise. We're building muscle, endurance while we're playing this. We're building accuracy. cleaner it's gonna get. You know, you're really gonna feel a stretch in this part of your hand. And the more you do it, like I said, the cleaner it's gonna get, and the faster you can go. Always start out slow, but the faster you go, the less amount of time it'll take. I broke the rule there. Alright, so that's a great place to get started on the acoustic guitar. I'm Fiddlin' Ray. If you found what I showed you here to be helpful, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you're notified when I post the next video. Thanks for watching.